How do you do, y'all? This is John, and today I am talking about Call of Duty Black Ops, a video game from 2010 by Activision. And in Call of Duty Black Ops, you play as Alex Mason, a CIA operative in the 1960s. And Mason is being interrogated by, fellow CIA members. And as he is doing that, he's recounting the events of the last 7 years during all of his Black Ops missions throughout that decade. And all of this is going on because Alex Mason knows something. And it's the key to preventing a massive WMD attack on the US with a chemical weapon known as Nova 6. But as one would guess, in order to get to that, he needs to recount everything that's gone on in the last 7 years. Sounds complicated? Not really. Okay, so to get things started, first and foremost, this is like one of the most nostalgic reviews I've ever done, because I remember playing Black Ops back in the day. Just me, a little kid, playing with my friends, just cheap Domino's pizza and a cold soda. Yeah, this is my youth. So yes, this is going to be one of the most nostalgic reviews I've ever done. Probably going to be biased as heck, but I don't care. So to get things started, first and foremost, what I love about this video game. Obviously the narrative. It's simple, it's easy to understand. But also, it's kind of original for a video game. Some of the other Call of Duties at the time, like Call of Duty 3, it's just a World War II shooter. No real plot, just lots of fun. Modern Warfare has a straightforward storyline. But with Black Ops, the story was told in flashbacks, which was new to a lot of us 12-year-olds at the time. We never had a Call of Duty like this. We never had a first-person shooter like this before. These games are like probably a dime a dozen at this point in time, 15 years later. Holy crap, has it been that long? But back in 2010, this was new for us. And yes, this is coming from somebody who was there when it happened. I'm not talking about something I read in a book. I'm speaking from memory. Not only that, but the actual main characters have someone you care about. Alex Mason was the first real protagonist in Call of Duty that had some strong development. All the other protagonists you play as are just these silent people that take orders. You don't know their personality. Doesn't matter how great the game is around them, or, some of the supporting characters around them, like Captain Price in Modern Warfare. With Alex Mason, you're finally introduced to the character that you're playing as. He's voiced by Sam Worthington, and in my opinion, even though Worthington, he's best known for his work in movies, this is probably the best performance he ever gave. As Alex Mason, Worthington really gives it his all. There's times when he's, shocked with the electricity in between each of the levels. And, you feel pain in his voice when that's happening to him. On top of that, Mason is also a brainwashing victim. Ain't really a spoiler, because you learn it pretty quickly before even any of the characters say that, because why else is he being interrogated like this? Because he was brainwashed. Even 12-year-old me understood that. Also, the villains are they are what a Call of Duty villain should be. Just pure evil. Don't care for the whole, let's make our villains more layered thing that they've been doing with, Black Ops 6. No, the villains here are just pure evil. They torture people. They do inhuman experiments on people. They have this WMD, this chemical weapon called Nova 6 that is... Getting killed by that is easily more terrifying than being killed by a nuke. They're all just all-around evil. All of us people who grew up playing this game will tell you this one line that the character Victor Reznov says. It's just drilled in our minds at this point. And it's about the villains of this game. Dragovich, Kravchenko, Steiner. All must die. You're playing this game and you're just like, yep. Just, yep. All must die. In case anyone's wondering, graphics-wise, how has this game aged in the last 15 years? Well, you know, something that will surprise people, probably. Although not really with us Call of Duty players. This game has aged amazingly. The graphics still, you know, great. They're definitely not made for 4K. However, like for the 360 era and the PS3 era, this game looks amazing. Definitely graphics-wise, one of the best aged games of that era. Also, you know, the combat, like, yeah, it's still some of the best combat in a first-person shooter, you know, in history. Now, in terms of, like, problems, I went into this game for the first time in many years, thinking that I would find some issues in it. Would have sucked because, you know, this is honestly my personal favorite Call of Duty. I just couldn't find anything to hate. And it's probably nostalgic bias or something like that. I don't know. I just could not find anything to hate with the OG Black Ops. Black Ops Cold War and Black Ops 6, on the other hand, that's a different story. I don't like those games. I haven't liked any of the Call of Duty games in the last 5 years. Okay, like OG Black Ops, back when Call of Duty was in its prime. This is as flawless as you're gonna get, and it's, you know, there's no real issue I could find with this game. Played on my Series X. For whatever reason, Xbox, unlike PlayStation, has been trying their best to make their new Xboxes as backwards compatible as possible, which I will really appreciate that. It's the only thing about the Series X so far I've liked more than the PS5. However, my most recent playthrough of this was just a nostalgic joyride. Conclusion, you know, Call of Duty Black Ops, it's my personal favorite Call of Duty. In my opinion, it's one of the best first-person shooters ever made. Highly recommend it. I know that at this point, all you're going to find is renewed and refurbished copies. However, if you have the Series X, I highly recommend getting a 360 copy for it. Oh, it's a great game. And, you know, to be quite honest, I hope that they remaster it like they've been remastering the Modern Warfare games. OG Call of Duty Black Ops deserves to be enjoyed by the next generation. I'm going to give Call of Duty Black Ops a 10. That's all the time I have for today. Please look forward to more videos real soon. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Please also subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, please remember,